Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to another Fallout 4 mod throwback. Due to the holiday season, I've noticed that Nexus has not had as many big releases for mods, as I'm sure many mod authors are busy spending time with their loved ones, just as I am when it comes to my YouTube content. So because of that, I wanted to take this time to go and look at some of my favorite old mods that I never got a chance to review because I only started doing YouTube recently. There are just so many hidden gems on the Nexus, and there are even some really popular mods that maybe some people haven't heard of because they only started modding Fallout recently. And so because of that, I wanted to take today's video to look at one of my favorite rifle mods. And so today we are checking out the SVT-40 by AsXaz, and this weapon is truly magnificent. I wanted to show this one off as it is an absolute staple in my load order. It never leaves because I think this weapon is perfect. It has a very lore-friendly design. It is a retro rifle with wood furniture. It's going to come complete with custom models and textures, a ton of really cool attachments. It's going to have custom animations done by Haru, which really help to sell this weapon and make it feel real. You will also have leveled-less integration, so you will be able to find this weapon out in the world and on enemies and vendors. And there's even some unique variants that you can go and hunt down for yourself, making this a really complete package, everything you could ask for in a weapon mod. So when you first pick up this weapon, you're going to be greeted with this beautiful model. In terms of stats, it's going to have a base damage of 36, keeping in mind that my character has no perks, so that is the actual base damage of the weapon. It is shooting 308 rounds, it has a fire rate of 50 as it is semi-automatic, has a range of 143, an accuracy of 63, a weight of 10.3 pounds, this is a very large rifle, and a value of 98 caps, which is pretty reasonable given that it is added to the level list. You will be able to find some of these, though not super often, and it's going to be a little bit later in the game, most likely found on high-level raiders and gunners. When it comes to custom animations, you are going to get custom reload and equipping animations. So when it comes to equipping and then reloading, and I have to say, I do absolutely love the iron sights on this thing. Super well made, very nice looking. Now, before we get into the attachments available for this weapon, I do want to go ahead and show off where the two unique versions are located, as well as their effects and special little quirks. But I do want to give a spoiler warning in case you haven't used this mod before and you don't know where the uniques are, and you want to keep it that way. This is your warning, but now we are going to go ahead and reveal the location for those of you who want to know exactly where to find these things. So for the first unique location, you're going to head right here on the map, just west of the combat zone and just to the right of Trinity Tower. You're going to climb to the tippy top of some of the nearby buildings, and you will eventually find a rooftop that is open and has the Krasnaya Zima surrounded by a bunch of empty vodka bottles. And you'll notice that it actually has a little vodka bottle in the model when you're previewing the weapon, and there's a good reason for that. But first, the legendary effect, vodka makes you strong, increasing amounts of damage as the night grows longer and colder, and does 10 points of cryo damage and will freeze targets on critical hits, making this for a pretty powerful weapon. But that's not all. If we pick this weapon up, we go ahead and equip it and pull it out. There's actually an animation that plays every time you pull this weapon out where you drink some vodka, shatter the glass, and now the weapon is ready to go. Pretty interesting and absolutely unique. I also love that this weapon does come complete with a whiskey flask suppressor, which looks very nice the way that it's modeled. I absolutely love the design of this weapon, and I think it is just perfect. Now, the next unique actually isn't too far from the first one. Simply head to Hardware Town on your map just south of Diamond City. Once you navigate the interior cell, you will come across a locked door. If you pick up the Hardware Town key, you can actually open this one right up. And inside you'll find a ton of blue paint as well as Azurius, which is going to give you a poisoning effect, poisoning the target for 10 seconds and causing them to frenzy upon a critical hit. This thing comes equipped with a blue paint job and a whole bunch of blue tape, which is just beautiful and looks great on this weapon. And then much like the first unique rifle, the Azurius also has a custom equipping animation. Go ahead and lick the rifle before shooting because, you know, that's necessary. Alright, with those uniques out of the way, let's go ahead and check out the attachments available for this weapon. Starting out, we have our standard allotment of receivers available for most weapon mods. You got your standard receiver, light frame, heavy frame, calibrated, hardened, automatic, hair trigger, powerful, and calibrated powerful. No advanced receiver for this one, though you do get one version of the automatic receiver, which is going to have a crazy high rate of fire and uncontrollable recoil, because again, you're shooting 308s, so very realistic in that sense. For the barrels, we have the short barrel, standard barrel, and extended barrel. For magazines, we have the standard magazine and the dual magazine, which actually does have its own custom reload animation. We'll go ahead and show that off now. And then for sights, we have the iron sights, the glow sight iron sights, the see-through scope, and the standard scope. So this does have built-in see-through scope support, so you can use either version of the scope, whichever you prefer. For muzzles, we have the option for no muzzle, the flask suppressor, which looks very cool, and then the bayonet, which also looks very nice with the wooden handle there. And then we do have sticker options, so you can customize this thing with stickers. You have the option for no sticker, an Atom Cat sticker, the blue tape core, the NI, the Nigel Schreckberry, Preston Garvey, the SVT, Save Water, Soviet Dog, Steve, the GOP, and the USSR. Then we do actually have some zoom options for your iron sight. You can choose 1.2 times, 1.5, and 2 times, which is pretty neat. We have tape options, which are going to allow you to apply tape to the weapon. So you have no tape, standard tape, which is going to have a little bit of wrap around the foregrip there. You have more tape, which is going to add more tape, and then extreme tape, which will throw on a whole lot of tape. We'll go ahead and equip that because there are actually tape color options. When we head over to the tape color section, we have a lot. There is the Band-Aid wrap, which is going to give you a white wrap with a little bit of blood stains. You have black tape, blue tape, the classic, burlap wrap, duct tape, Haru's tape, pink tape, red tape, teal tape, and yellow tape. So you can really customize exactly how you wrap this thing, which is a nice little touch. Additionally, there's actually some paint options for the weapon as well. You have the standard worn paint job. You have blue paint, which is going to be painted blue. You have pristine, which is the standard wood, but without all of the wear and tear. And then you have a red paint job. And then finally, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video with a damage test. We'll only be doing 2 tests of this weapon, one with the base damage and no attachments, and then one fully kitted with the highest damage possible. Pretty interesting with this mod, they're actually not too different. The base version of the weapon has a total damage of 36, and the fully upgraded version has a damage of 48, so they're not going to be super far off. Although the difference may be more noticeable when you have Rifleman perks, which currently I do not. So let's go ahead and see how these weapons perform. Here's the base damage with no attachments. Not too bad, 1 magazine, taking down more than half of the Deathclaw's health. Putting this thing down in almost 2 magazines. Pretty good. So we should see just a little bit better damage coming from the fully upgraded version. Let's see how it does. Almost taking it down with 1 magazine, and only 2 more shots to finish it off. Not bad. Pretty good weapon for the mid to late game. But we're not done yet. I'm only just now realizing that the 2 unique versions actually have a higher base damage, and when you throw on the best receiver, you actually get to a total damage of 71 with their additional elemental damage. So we'll go ahead and try one of those. It's the same damage for each version, so it doesn't matter which one we grab. So we'll just go ahead and take Azurius and see how it does on this Deathclaw here. And in only 7 shots, that Deathclaw is down. So yeah guys, that is the SVT-40, definitely one of my favorite rifle mods available for Fallout 4. This thing is truly amazing. It's available for both PC and Xbox, so just about everybody can enjoy this, except of course for PlayStation users, but you can blame Sony for that one. So I hope you guys enjoyed the mod. If you want to try it out for yourself, it will be linked down in the description below, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a rating. Subscribe if you haven't already for more videos just like this, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace! And really quick, I'd like to make a shout out to all of our patrons. Your donations are greatly appreciated and really help to support the channel and videos just like this one. So again, thank you.